Mary and King Frederik can no longer hide it. A visit to Norway has changed everything. Speculation about a marital crisis persisted after Frederick and Mary's coronation. People watched their every move, and they appeared noticeably distant from one another. This was not, however, attributable to Frederick's icy personality, as nothing had hinted at this possibility before. 6 months after the scandal, they seem to have overcome this marital crisis, and in their latest appearances the Danish monarchs have tried to show how connected they are to each other, and it hasn't come easy for them. Their latest decisions as king and queen of their country have been in the spotlight, and they have had to face a lot of criticism. However, they continue to live their lives and show by their official actions that their marriage is in good shape, and that they have also very clearly marked the line they want to follow with the Danish Crown. After their vacation, they started their first state trip, which resulted in them having to share the stage with neighbouring countries. In Sweden, they did not show much complicity, although the different looks worn by the Australians were very noticeable. In Norway, it was very different, and they behaved much more relaxed than in the first country they visited, where there were some details worth noting in terms of their reconciliation. But that wasn't the only image they left. In Norway, in the pictures, they can be seen completely in love, looking at each other as if there was no one else around. You could even say it's a typical scene from a romantic movie where only the two of them are important. In addition, most of the time while they were walking in the park, they were holding hands, a detail that did not go unnoticed by the various social media users who captured the footage. However, the large number of photos and gestures of love and complicity between them suggests that their crisis has been overcome, and that in particular this trip, which allowed them to spend more time together, came just in time to show the world that they agreed to make decisions about the Danish Crown, burying the hatchet and leaving behind any hint of separation or enmity between them. A plethora of specialists have surfaced in the past 6 months in an effort to dissect the Danish marriage from every angle. During a gala dinner in Norway yesterday, Queen Mary of Denmark was surrounded by exquisite china, but it was her pearls that truly captivated royal fans worldwide. The occasion, which fell on May 14, undoubtedly signified a significant milestone in their journey toward a lifelong marriage. Mary wasted no time seizing the chance to assert herself as queen. During their maiden royal tour to Norway, Queen Mary and King Frederik were invited by King Harald to commemorate 20 years of marriage. The monarch, Sonia, in the dinner hall of the royal palace, Crown Prince Haakon and Crown Princess met with merit amidst all the royal pomp and circumstance one would expect from a royal gala. The kings and queens praised the strong bonds among their families, and King Frederik offered a heartfelt toast to their Norwegian hosts. Uncle Harald and Aunt Sonia, Your Majesties, the king started. Our countries share values, culture, history, and Danish, and Mary and I always look forward to visiting Norway. We like spending time with you and the Crown Prince's family because we are more than just neighbors and colleagues, we are family and friends. Mary and I will do all in our power to cherish the ties that bind us together, he said, concluding that Norwegian ties are as strong as few. Despite the fact that the kings of Norway and Sweden are cousins of the former Queen of Denmark, Queen Margaret, the ties that bind the families go beyond bloodlines. Our friends in the Danish and Norwegian royal families, Crown Prince Christian, Frederick and Mary's first son, was godparent by King Frederick and Mary, who he had married 23 years earlier as best man to Crown Prince Haak. For a more understated way to honor the family's shared history, Queen Mary wore the symbolic pearl of Pu tiara for the first time as crown jewel after the shocking abdication of manager on New Year's Eve. This piece is considered one of the most monumental among the rich jewelry vaults of the Danish royal family. Royalty and their consorts are the only people allowed to wear it. According to royal historian Lauren Keane, the PA pearl was a symbol of Queen Margaret's reign. Margaret wore the headdress to celebrate the beginning of her reign in 1972 for her first official portrait and to mark its end by wearing the pearl during her final ceremonial event following the announcement of her abdication. The tiara, which came to Denmark as a result of the 1869 marriage of Princess Lisa of Sweden and Norway and Crown Prince Frederick of Denmark, is a sign that Mary is assuming her rights as the newly crowned queen. On top of her historic debut, Queen Mary sported the usual image of the sovereign encrusted with diamonds and gold. It was natural, of course, that she wore the picture of her husband, whom she held in such high regard, on their 20th wedding anniversary. The ruler, Harald Drew, joined us in celebrating the happy couple with a heartfelt toast. Mary, you faced a formidable obstacle when you fell head over heels for this athletic Dane at the gala dinner. Now it's time to confront them head on. It is with much pleasure that we celebrate your wedding anniversary here with you tonight, King Harold said, perhaps alluding to the couple's first romantic encounter at Sydney's The Slip during the 2000 Olympics. "You gave up much that was safe and familiar, becoming the heart of Denmark and the Danes." He went on to mention the bond between Queen Mary and his third cousin, Queen Mara. Their recent public appearances show a restored closeness and unity, and rumors of a crisis in their relationship are gradually fading. Their state travel has been instrumental in this process, especially their visits to Sweden and Norway, where they have shown themselves as strong monarchs and a strong couple. A particularly significant event was the celebration of their 20th anniversary of marriage in Norway, where a gala dinner organized by King Harold and Queen Sonja highlighted the strong ties between the royal families of Denmark and Norway. King Frederick and Queen Mary of Denmark have triumphed over difficulties in their marriage since their coronation. As a symbol of her new role as Queen Consort and her reverence for the royal traditions of Denmark, Queen Mary's choice of the pearl of Pori tiara was significant. It can be concluded that King Frederick and Queen Mary, despite past challenges, continue to exhibit a strong partnership and dedication to enhancing Danish-Norwegian relations. Their combined efforts reveal that they are prepared to advance forward as a team, making crucial decisions for their nation while supporting one another. In his toast, King Harold acknowledged Mary's efforts and sacrifices and expressed his joy at their presence at this significant family event.